Alright, so yeah, so the first video was actually my first ever upload to YouTube. My first ever playthrough of anything, my first ever Let's Play, should I say, of anything. I got the inspiration from watching Let's Plays of adventure games such as Monkey Island, etc. Yeah, we were stuck on this pensive Vespine situation, which I honestly can guarantee you I've not looked up since. I don't know what I'm doing still, so I'm going to still fumble through. I remember, it's now a good 2-3 hours since I actually posted the first video. I'm pretty sure I spent quite a while looking for this move that possibly doesn't even exist. I don't want to beat about the bush too much. I don't want to bore the viewer too much. I hope that at least somebody who plays Scrabble would take some appreciation from my rolling commentary of my thought processes during my trials and tribulations of trying to make a good move out of these letters and the board position. I'm more or less consigned to the fact that I just don't know enough words to be able to play a bingo here, but I feel like there should be one. I just feel like there should be one. Anyway, part of my plan is to go through the post-analysis of Quackle, which is something that kind of does benefit your game. Something that helped me with my with how I balance my racks and how I exchange in particular, because although those functions of Quackle are based on perfect word knowledge, they still make sense on some level, I think. And I do feel like I've isolated a reasonable play and a reasonable leave whilst you've been away. Well, not whilst you've been away, but whilst I've been talking. So there's two places I can go. There's down here, trying to get a decent tile on this triple thing, which is, well, apart from using the blank, is a bit beyond me. Or there's coming through this E, which I do prefer here. So I've seen a word, and I'm going to play that word, I think. I think it's a word. I hope it's a word. And it is. And there you go, straight away, Quackle's slapped out a bingo, and I've got crap. I left IN blank, and I picked up KQRR. That's not cool. Quackle, that's just out of order. That's you being a sore loser because I was winning, you little bastard. Anyway, what can I do here? So, well, basically I've got to try and get rid of the Q, haven't I? But not first and foremost necessarily, because sometimes the Q can avail a decent scoring opportunity, and the only thing I can do to get rid of the Q, as far as I can immediately see, is just walking it down there, leaving KNRRI blank, which I don't consider a particularly good leave in any case, never mind a Q dumping case. So what I'm going to do instead, I don't mind QI or blank together, so can I look at a good spot for getting rid of K and R? That's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, I can see one spot. Drank, if we were playing Father Ted Scrabble, would be one spot, but I think I'll do. Well, I don't want to be just about getting a good rat though. I want to be able to score enough as well, so that's fine. 6, 7, 8. That's only. Say 16. But then I don't know what else I can score really. So looking around the board with those letters and not changing, which I hate doing, by the way. If you can score above 10 and hope to luck the amount as well, in my opinion. That's just the way I play. It's not in the rule book, but I think I'll be doing this though. Yeah. So the reason I'm playing Cal instead of rank is because I've got a blank, and now I've got a blank. He might have a blank. I call Quackle he, even though there's essentially sexless. But I want to leave it more open for a parallel play, basically, on either side. And if I put K there, I can't front hook it, so I'd only be able to come down here, and that would involve, unless it's a Y, it's definitely starting on a vowel, Whereas with an N I've got both sides, so I'm playing it that way. Unfortunately I got absolute crap again, and it's starting to slip away from me now. I've got myself a good bingo behind, without really doing anything much wrong. What I can do, yeah, I'm gonna. This is a good. As far as I've immediately seen it, this is a good advanced Scrabble play lesson for people. Doesn't necessarily mean that you got a blank that you're gonna get a bingo. Use your blank in a situation where you can get yourself out of a bit of trouble and get back on track. And we've still got plenty of tiles left. There's still a blank in the bag which you might pick up. So why not just play it off for a lot of points where you can do. I've got a couple of options here. I've got Kintar, I think. Yep, Kintar across here. Or I've got Kint, Quinte here. Now that's a lot more points, Kint. Leaves me RR. It's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 68. Whereas Kintar here is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 48. But I get rid of an R. Now, in my opinion, since there's only one R left and plenty of tiles, take all those points. It can't be front hooked onto the triple word. So we'll play Quint with an E, and that should get us back into the game, hopefully. We actually got the R. That's not the worst thing in the world, and we're back in the game actually ahead. So that's how you necessarily you don't necessarily have to play a bingo with your blank to get a good result. I can't believe how well that worked out in terms of I'm trying to play like a little tutorial game. So great. Anyway, so this is obviously very R heavy. There's 15 tiles in the bag still, which is not desirable, but it's not the end of the world because R is quite a synergic letter with itself, so you can always play 2 R's in a word quite easily. I say easily. Sort of what I'm really looking at here in terms of quite a closed board overall. I mean, my biggest fear would be since I'm ahead, would be for Quackle to come across here with an 8, especially since it's an unseen blank, and I can really see it happening. But I can't do much about that with these letters. There's no 8 with the E, the floating E here. So my best bet is just to close off this scoring track and just hope that it doesn't get an 8 there. And they can't really. I mean, I'm pretty sure without that E there, there isn't really any bingo tracks apart from something with S down here. There is an S on unseen and blank unseen, so that could easily happen. But even if it does happen, if I can get a decent score and that happens, it should open up something decent for me to score down this parallel track. So not overly worried about that one, just this one, which is actually more likely. But I mean, you have to just to a certain extent you can't really predict what's going to happen. So you have to hope for a bit of luck or a little bit of incompetence on your opponent's part, which obviously never happens in Quackle's case. The other option is to just try to play something across from the V. I can't see anything immediately. It's not jumping out at me. I'd love to be able to play, I don't know, Faria or something like that. It's not a word though, unfortunately. So off the G, even off the G, I'm still struggling. I want to use 2 R's ideally, because using 2 R's in almost any word of any length will leave me with something decent with 15 tiles left. As far as I can imagine. So I'll try to not be too laboured about my decision process here, since I'm commentating. I can always come through in front of the queue as well. Obviously I goes there, of course. Again, that's not really availing anything as I can see straight away. Tell you what. Oh, it's risky. It's very risky. It opens up so many things. But no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do Varia. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Puts me 20 ahead. That'd be a rubbish move. Really rubbish move. Tell you what, why don't you try commentating on a live Scrabble game with all your mental thoughts? It just makes you look idiotic, doesn't it? It really does. I'm going to play my 2 hours down here. Nice pickup. Nice pickup. Quackle found an opportune spot with the X, picked up loads of points, and must have a beautiful, really nice 7. Probably has the blank. Oh, well, I feel like I might have been a bit unlucky here, but I don't see what option I had. If you saw a better play with the trying to get rid of the double R, yeah, well, let me know. Fair enough, but I feel a little hard done by the last 2 moves and how they eventuated. Thought I might have been able to make a live win against Quackle there, just for a second. Now then, so my options here are, I mean, there's a nice option here for, if I can think of a word that ends in Y, 5 letters, which I can't. Birdie should be a word, but EB isn't a word, and birdie isn't either. Bridie and birdie are both IE. A bridie is something completely different from what you think it might be. Merdy, midby, mitby. Nah, I can't. Timby, Wimby, Dimby. Nah, there's nothing. That'd be a nice move if there was something there. But I can't think of anything. Can't see it. My only option for a bingo would be through the E, but with those letters, I'm not overly hopeful. The nearest thing I can think of is a 9-letter word, Iterbium, with double T, Y double T start. Don't think that's gonna avail anything for me. And as usual, Quackle has left 8 unseen, so that means 1 in the bag, and you can't control your outplay in 2. So my best option is to try and score as many as possible, just as many as possible, just to really try and blow Quackle out of the ballpark, and leave as few tiles as possible, so that I can at least get in 1 after that. That's the main thing from this point, because you know you've been outplayed basically by somebody who wants to get out before you. So I think, oh god, I'm not sure. Is it Tryma? Tryma? And yeah, I think it is, not try my. Because that would have been quite nice down here. I'd play it if I was playing as Quackle and not commentating on live video, but probably not now because it would probably embarrass me. I'm just going to play this. I'm sorry, I'm running out of time, I think, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, I've been fucked. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching.